Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I'm here to do a love reading for Gemini during Venus retrograde. Yes, Venus has been in retrograde for a little while now. I really want to try and get to all the signs before Venus goes direct. I still have half a month, a little more than half a month. Hopefully I can do this. Yeah, life's been crazy. It'll work out. It always does, one way or another. Yeah, welcome to the channel of crazy hair. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna see what's going on for you in love. Um, During Venus retrograde, I have a spread that I found on Pinterest that I've used for a couple other signs, and I really like it. And yeah, take what resonates, leave the rest. And let's see what's going on. So the first two cards are your strengths in love and how you receive love. For people with Gemini in their chart. And by the way, this can be basically for anyone, because we all have Gemini somewhere. Could just be in one of your houses. Maybe you don't have any planets in Gemini, but yeah, it's more about energy anyway. So if their title resonates, maybe it's for you. Maybe something else brought you. Anyway, welcome. Venus envy. I like that. All right. So strengths in love and how you receive love. King of Pentacles. Let me pick one more. And two, the Tower. So these are your strengths in love and how you receive love. You are when you're with someone, you're very stable. You're very consistent. You want to create a life with your person that is, brings you both a lot of joy, a lot of satisfaction. It's the ability to create a really good quality of life. You're a very good provider. How you receive love. And you're also very nurturing. You you want to create a safe and loving space for your person. And the Tower here is so interesting. And this image in particular, I have not seen this card before. I've not pulled the Tower from this deck. Did I mention what it is? It's the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Look at that. This is a strength. You are so loving. It's funny. I feel like this card could go a couple of ways. So, you you grab a hold when you decide on a person, when it's clearly like, okay, we're doing this. You're there for the long haul. You're there. This is that whole wedding vows thing where you're like, I'm there in sickness and in health. I'm there when everything comes crashing down. I'm going to be there to try and hold things into place. And, it almost feels to me like you show up in such a strong way that, when you're dealing with anyone who isn't really worthy of the kind of love and care that you have to bring to the table, that it can cause them to kind of cause their world to kind of disintegrate, or like maybe you showing someone how awesome it is to be with you. Maybe they've never experienced something like that before, and it can be a huge disruption. The tower isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's like, it's that whole idea of something needing to come get taken down so that there can be a rebuilding that happens. And I feel like you're very good at allowing and accepting the process that your person might have to go through as they, you know, get used to being with you, or, go through stuff in their life, and you're that you're so nurturing. Like almost to a fault. Like it also makes me think of like, holding on so tightly to something that maybe you stay in connections a little too long. I mean, this is how you receive love though. This is your strength. So it really feels like you you are such a good you're that rock for your person, where it doesn't matter what's going on in their life. You're just there kind of holding them up, holding holding things together. Even if it's crumbling down, you're like, it's okay. We still have a foundation here from which to build. You sound amazing. You seem like, you're a catch. Anyone would be so lucky to have you. So, let me go to the third card. So, this is your weakness in love. Judgment. Your weakness in love. I wonder if you have, again, I kind of mentioned like maybe sometimes you're so in it that you don't know when the right time is to walk away. I think that happens to a lot of us, where once you're connected to somebody, even if you see that things aren't working out the way you hoped or planned, you still stick around past the expiration date. Let me get a clarifier on this judgment. What is this judgment? Two of Cups. This is your weakness. You When you love hard. You because this is a card of like soulmates, of being with someone who really gets you, who you really get. There's that um trouble with words right now. The word simpatico comes to mind, but it's like um you once you're in it, yeah, I feel like you have trouble seeing beyond your you're like, but no, but this is my person. And sometimes you have a hard time seeing beyond that, because you are so fiercely devoted, and you're like, we can get through anything, which is awesome to a point, but then sometimes it's a detriment. Sometimes it ends up hurting you. So let's look at your future soulmate and a clue on who they are. Your future soulmate and a clue on who they are. Strength. This could be a Leo coming in. Um, somebody. This is this is somebody who is really good at taming the beast. who's she's got the kind of cat face. There's a similarity here. There's a recognition. You and this person are there are some major differences, but there are some similarities. And I I'm feeling in this moment that put on this side um that your person wants to nurture you, that you are such a good nurturer. You your person is mirroring you because we have all the yellow here, and she's wearing the yellow dress. So your person, and by the way, gender doesn't matter. This is, we all have masculine and feminine within energies within us. But your person they understand you. They want to provide comfort, a safe place for you to go, to lean on. You have big energy, and they're not afraid of that. They know how to tame that within you. It's beautiful. And Redbeard is here. Yay. Four of Swords. This person understands how to step back, how to take the time to heal themselves. They understand that there are times when they need to put themselves first, because if they're depleted, then they have nothing else to give. They don't have enough to give to others, including you. And they want to give a lot. And so in order to give, they need to retreat at times. They might be somebody who is, if you're like more of an extrovert, they're more of an introvert. They're someone who really needs to recharge their batteries by being alone. They need time to contemplate, to figure things out. Um, and as long as you give them that space to do what they need to do, there's a certain amount of independence here with your person. I think that they, I think you're both very independent. That's why it works so well. You get each other, or you will. I like that. That's beautiful. Okay, so last card. What is holding you back in love? Card number 6. It's not the last card. What's holding you back in love right now? So this is kind of the card that speaks to me of being in Venus being in retrograde. This is a time for all of us to retreat, to go within, because that's the thing. Any planet that's in retrograde, especially the major planets, Mercury, which is coming, that's going to go retrograde. As I'm doing this reading, that's happening tomorrow. Fun times. Venus, Mars, yeah, all those kind of personal planets. It is very, very important to try to step back. Try not to get caught up in stuff. Um, it's not a time to take action. It's a time to rest, to kind of take on this energy of doing that inner excavation, going within, figuring out how to recharge your batteries, and figuring out what it is you want and what you don't want. maybe in the past you've tried to nurture, you've attempted to nurture relationships where maybe there wasn't, I don't know. I think I think it's just that kind of thing where um you the people that you've been with up to this point, all, and this is true for any of us, all had, they brought something to the table, something for you to learn. And in each case, there was something pretty major that you got from the connection, and they reflected back to you something about yourself. And finally you're coming to this point as you're doing this this assessment with yourself. There's going to be an understanding. You're going to come to a place of realizing what you really do want. Who, what kinds of qualities they actually have that are crucial to the success of a relationship with you. Okay. So, what's holding you back? 5 of Cups. You're grieving. You're grieving the loss of something, probably a past relationship. You're very caught up in what has, these flowers that have fallen. And you you have to go through your great grieving process, basically. That's why this time is so crucial for you, because in order to get to this person, you got to finish finish looking at what you've lost and understand that though it feels like a major loss, there's a lot, there's still more to be gained. And it's kind of releasing yourself from that pain. I don't even know if you can, that's probably not the right way to say it. You can't release yourself from the pain. It kind of diminishes as you do that inner work and heal yourself. Take the time to figure figure yourself out, do that shadow work. Oh, and isn't this interesting too? These, they're different flowers, but there are all these yellow flowers. Because remember at the beginning of the reading, this is your strength. You gave a lot to something, to someone, to a situation. And some of that was squandered. It's not all gone, but this is who you are. You give of yourself so much, and people don't always appreciate it, unfortunately. And once you once you finish the grieving process, you'll be able to turn. She's standing in the water. This is you needing to feel what you feel, and acknowledge it, allow it. Don't stuff those feelings, because that just makes the process last so much longer. Whatever you've been through, it is a part of your journey to elevation. It's the word that's popping into mind. Elevating yourself to a whole new level. Yeah, all this yellow. There's still flowers here. There's still something better for you. Whatever's been lost wasn't meant for you anyway, right? So let me go to the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Okay. Creation. I haven't picked this one before. This speaks to me of co-creation with your higher power. This is understanding that whatever's happened, because she's sitting in front of what looks like, what is that? Blueprints, maybe? Maps? I can't tell what that is. Kind of looks like blueprints. And with the creation card, that would make sense. You are being given some kind of blueprint for how to proceed. You are being given some kind of inspiration on what you need to do next, how to navigate the pain and the loss that you've been dealing with. Um, there's there's contemplation here. You've been given the blueprints for your next project, but you haven't looked at them yet. You're kind of you're in this place where you're like, I'm not ready. I'm not quite ready to build. The blueprints are there, but I still need to finish this process of healing and contemplating. Beaver moon. What time of year is beaver moon? I don't know. Oh, we got extremes. Um, yeah, this is where I feel like this is where you're at. You it could be that because of the loss, the pain that you've experienced, your emotions are kind of going back and forth from one extreme to another. Um, as long as you're in this energy of extremes, you can't get focused. You gotta find that more center place between the two extremes, and you will eventually understand that it's time to build. Your inspiration will come online in a major way once you just kind of naturally allow yourself to heal from whatever it was that you went through. Sovereignty. This is where this is a card of balance. This is where the inspiration comes online. Queen of the Moon. This is when you finally get to that place of feeling like you've healed, and you feel, sovereignty. You are in control of yourself, standing in your own authority, and making decisions that you know are right for you. This is the place where you can finally attract in someone who really, yeah, is that it's they're basically mirroring you. You've elevated. This is the place of elevation. And then and that's when someone comes in and you're like, wow. Like you couldn't have even seen that person before. You wouldn't have recognized who they were from where you were. Coming to this place, it's like major elevation. She's got a pyramid behind her. And the moon on her forehead. Intuition. Learning to really listen to and trust your intuition. And resilience. Yeah, you've been through it. But it's such a cliche, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's the reason cliches exist, because they're true. You've been carrying a burden probably for quite a while, but it has made you strong. It has forced you to dig deep into parts of yourself that you didn't realize how strong you were until you went through this. And it's because of this resilience, it's coming to the other side of this, you understand, oh my God, I went through this and I survived. That means I can survive again. I can go through other things and I will be okay. You know that you can rely on yourself. And you don't have to carry other people's baggage. You don't have to carry the weight of what others put on your back. If you want to carry something, feel free, but that's on you, and you know this. There's going to be a reason. If you find yourself carrying something heavy like this, you know that it's because it's going to benefit you somehow. It's there's something coming to me about kind of picking. This is a cleanup. This is a major cleanup. This is all that yard work. Like the blossoms fell, and what was left was a bunch of, you know, funky plants and weeds, and you're just like, you know what? I'm pulling this all out by the roots, and I'm going to move it out. And I'm going to take it somewhere and, drop it in a big hole or something. You might have been carrying this for a while, but it's about time. It's getting close to being time for you to release whatever it is you've been carrying, because you're coming to the end of that journey. I don't know if I explained that very well, but I think you get what I'm saying. Anyway, let's finish off with, I'm feeling guided to finish with a rune card. A rune card. One more. Okay. Yes. Yes, Woonjo. Look at what you're coming to. This is that place of sovereignty. This is that place of having dropped the burden and feeling so much lighter, so much freer, and just like, look at me. I survived, and I'm awesome for it. I'm more awesome for it. And feeling this is joy. This is happiness. This is you being quite attractive to a lot of people. Because you're like, yep, here I am. This is me in all my glory. And you catch someone's attention, someone in particular. Let me get the book. Oh, there it is. I'll Almost opened right to it. This rune card is all about joy and the benefits of positivity. It tends to indicate happiness, success, harmony, and exciting new beginnings, fulfilling relationships, or an unexpected but very welcome development. Ooh, expect the unexpected. It can also refer to a quiet inner joy derived from feelings of gratitude and peace. Either way, there are blissful associations with this card, or the potential for bliss if you stay optimistic and understand that true happiness comes from within. This card could be urging you to become more aware of your state of mind because focusing on the negative will only attract the negative. If things aren't going your way or you are encountering obstacles and setbacks, negativity may be a contributing factor. Focusing with a positive attitude on what brings you joy is the way forward. Um, there's a there's a time and a place for grieving. You let the feelings come, you sit with them. At a certain point, you have to realize, like, when we're in a place of grieving, it's very easy to get into that kind of thinking of like, oh, it's just always going to be like this. Oh, I can't open my heart again. Oh, whatever those thoughts are that hold you back, it's that negative thinking. This is It's allowing the feelings when those thoughts come in and the feelings come with them and you just kind of sit with it, but then you realize it's not always going to be like this. It will get better. This is happening for me, not to me. That whole thing. Um, you're gonna get there, and you're gonna find your true counterpart. Yes, you are. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited for you, Gemini. Um, Venus goes January 29th, so sometime after that, maybe someone will show up. Timing is weird in tarot, but someone's coming. All right, there it is. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.